Hello, everybody.
Hi.
Hey, how's everybody doing tonight? It's us again. We're the Williamses.
We're
This,
the Williams.
this is my lovely wife, Ramona. My name is Wilbert Williams.
Hello.
And we're here with another edition of Love Unscripted. So we want to just start off by saying happy birthday to my father-in-law. He turned 71 years
Happy birthday.
young this weekend. And we just got back from Baton Rouge this afternoon and had a wonderful time with the family.
Yes.
Wonderful
And
time.
if we appear to be tired, yes, we are. It was a great time. It was a busy time. And it was nonstop the whole time that we were there. So we are a little tired, but we know that purpose will prevail. And so, purpose will prevail.
Purpose
I like
will
that.
prevail.
And so we're here to, we should also say shout out to Mama J,
Oh yeah, the chef.
the chef,
The
cook,
Mama
Mama J's
J.
kitchen, right?
Yeah,
Mama
make
J's
you lick your
kitchen.
fingers. make you swab your plate with that biscuit, that cornbread.
Oh
Yeah.
Lord. Yes. So thank you for the tasty dinner for your spoiled son.
Oh, okay, I'm spoiled.
Yes, you are.
All
Yes,
right.
you are.
Yeah, I'm definitely spoiled.
That fast, just like that.
Well, tonight's topic is called "It's About the Experience," and that's something that my father-in-law said to me that just really stuck with me, and I think it was really, really good for him to say that because we were in a moment doing something, and we were working together. We were doing little tidbits and things. I said, "No, I can do it," and he said, "No, I want to help you. I want to do it too. I'm going to do it with you." He said, and he said, "It's about the experience," and so that stuck with me.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it could have just been one simple thing, but because he decided to experience it with me, it made it grander. That's important.
That's a good point. I like that.
Yeah. And so as couples, if your wife is doing something and she could just be folding clothes. I did say folding clothes.
And you know what? You saw me pause for a second, like, yes, where are we going with this one? Come on, fold close, because I'm going to have it on video. Keep going, babe. Keep going.
And so as she's folding clothes, you start reaching for the basket too. It's about the experience. You help her fold together, then you might get the bumping and rubbing on each other. And,
bumping and rubbing.
get the rubbing and, folding this and folding that. And all of a sudden you folding each other. I'm just saying.
Come on, folding
just,
each other.
Just saying. it's about the experience, y'all. Y'all listening.
Another example of that, while we were in Baton Rouge, I left my phone in the car, I think it was. Like, hey, babe, I left my phone in the car. And so I knew he was going to go get it, right? But I didn't let him go by himself. Like, he went, I was like, I want to go with him. And so something as simple as going outside with my husband to get the phone. And it was just a quick little moment that we were able to experience together.
Mm-hmm.
And even if it wasn't major for him, it was major for me.
Aww.
Because remember we walked back and I had my head on your shoulder, like,
I remember that.
And so even though it may have seemed small, that experience is something that I'm going to remember because I took the time to say, you know what, I want this experience. And I think that's what happens in coupleship. I just made that.
That's a good word, coupleship.
In coupleship,
y'all heard it here first.
Is you oftentimes there's so much going on day in, day out. Just thinking about this past weekend, it was, from the time we woke up in the morning to the time we went to sleep, something was going on.
Mm-hmm.
So you can choose to make an experience a moment. You can choose to make an experience a memory.
Yes.
So it really just depends on what you are thoughtfully acting on. Does that make sense?
Yeah, it does. That does. One of the things that happened that took place over the weekends. We were singing "Happy Birthday" to my father-in-law, and it was
AKA Champ.
AKA Champ, and it was so cool what he did. He could have just sat there and he could have just let us sing "Happy Birthday" to him, but you know what he did? He put up his arms.
Yeah.
He was singing "Happy Birthday." He was doing all, yeah. He had his arms
Pointing
up,
to himself,
making gestures toward himself. Happy birthday to me, and
Yeah.
we had the cake in front of him, and he made the experience even more grander.
Yeah.
It was a wonderful happy birthday. It made us enjoy the experience even more, seeing him enjoy.
Yeah.
I mean, so. You've got to enjoy the experience. You just, taking time out for your spouse, maybe saying, hey, you know what? I know this is what your normal routine is, but right now, why don't we just go and, let's go sit out in the backyard and chill.
Yeah.
Let's enjoy the breeze. Let's just go out, sit on the bed of the truck and, just, speak to the neighbors. Just make the most of every single experience.
Yeah. And you know what that does too? I think, as we have probably mentioned before, every time you do something, you practice, you get better at it, right?
Mm-hmm.
And you do things in a intentional state of mind, like I'm intentionally doing this. And the more you do the small things to become intentional about making, the most of every experience, you'll notice that it becomes easier. And not only will it become easier, but you will want to do it more. And I would be willing to bet the more you do it, the more your relationship is going to flourish.
Oh, yeah.
Because, there's a lot of times it's easy to enjoy the big moments, right? And this really isn't about small experiences and large experiences, but sometimes it's easier to enjoy and make the most of the large moments because you can see like, oh my God, look, we've traveled to, Bali or wherever and it's amazing.
Mm-hmm.
But how about you woke up this morning and you're next to your husband, you're next to your wife, and it's equally amazing. And you can
it is.
And you can make and you can make the moment amazing, make the most out of it. And then it almost, it's like, okay, this is going to sound weird, but I'm going to say it this way anyway. It's almost like little fairy dust.
Oh, wow. I like that.
That's just constantly around you. That little feeling or, that you get just being around the person that you love. And it's a constant thing because you know that at any point in time, a memorable moment might break out.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Absolutely.
Something that you can, like, oh, man, I should have taken a picture of that because look, not every moment should you be taking pictures of. Sometimes you should just be in the moment. But it was a picture-worthy moment or experience. And I think just knowing that, when you wake up, when you go to sleep, when you're out about in your day, like, let me make the most of this moment. Mm-hmm. Go back to, how you were in your childhood almost. When you're with your spouse, have those moments. Because we all know what that's like. You're going to the grocery store and you want to hop on the basket while your mom or your dad, whoever pushes it. Those moments just bring out, I think, tenderness in a relationship.
Man, my wife killing it tonight, y'all. She's killing it. Yeah, but it's so true. It's okay to have that childlike love for one another.
Childlike love, that's even better.
To play like kids with each other, to play patty cake if you want to.
Patty cake.
Play hopscotch if you want to. Find a jump rope. I don't know, and then whip out the twister if you want to. What that can start, see where my mind going, y'all. It's about that experience.
It's about the experience, yeah.
And just have that childlike love, that childlike fun where it's kind of like mindless joy. Mm-hmm. You're not thinking about it, you're just acting because it feels good.
Mindless joy.
Yeah, it just feels good. And you
mindless joy. Sorry, I love that.
And you give yourself over to it. rubbing on each other, rubbing on each other's shoulders.
And you talking a whole bunch about rubbing
I know I
and
am.
folding
I know I
tonight.
am. I know I am. Yeah, and rubbing each other's feet, legs, anything like that, tickling, goosing, pillow fights,
You said
make that.
goosing.
Yeah,
Oh,
y'all know
Jesus.
who I don't know what goosing means. Exactly. I know what
All
goosing
the
means.
seasoned people.
It's so true. It's so true. But yeah, it's definitely, maximize that time, make those experiences memorable, make them bigger than what they are already. Just, I'm vacuuming. I've had thoughts to just chase my wife with the vacuum. I hadn't done it yet. Oh, I just told off on myself. But let me tell you something I have done, that's so fun for me. And I'm sure she's going to like, oh Lord, here you go again. But when my wife go up the stairs, I grab each cheek and I'm lifting as she's stepping up the stairs. I'm lifting each cheek one at a time, And she's like, oh Lord. But she don't tell the truth. But that's an experience. Just following behind her up the stairs.
You know what? I'm down with that actually. You didn't even realize it. Sister is down A-OK with that. So I love that. But I mean, and that's just honesty and realness because it's needed. Yeah. And, I think while we were in the pandemic, one of the things that, a lot of people experienced stress and strain, heartache on their marriage. There was so much that was going on. I can't remember. I think my husband talked about it one time. We were driving home. We saw this, it wasn't a flyer. What do you call those things that's in the ground? A sign. A sign that
here's your sign.
Basically a sign that was saying, about divorce and,
oh yeah.
Remember that? Gave a phone number, like right smack dab in the middle of
at least 6 of them.
Yeah. In the middle of the pandemic. Yeah. And yes, it was a lot going on. And I know we've kind of talked about this too before. Like, use this time. I promise you, those small things become bigger things in your marriage. Things that, help you to forget about, what could have been an unhealthy or unhappy time during your marriage. And then just if that things did happen, and then just use this as an opportunity to kind of rework the time or go continue to progress in the time that you have with your spouse in your marriage. I love the idea of saying, you know what, let's just do X, Y, and Z. Not have to worry about spending money, not have to worry about planning anything, just even making it spontaneous. And I'm gonna say this last thing, and I'm gonna steal this thought from my husband, something that he had said earlier about sometimes we chase the progress or the success that we are trying to attain in life, so we're focused on making it happen, making sure everything is right in the family or on the job or whatever. And we forget to slow down, especially when it comes to relationship, forget to slow down and say, wait a minute, I need some experiences with my spouse, along the way. Because you know what? Yes, we all have plans. Hopefully we have plans and we have goals that we want to attain. But are you slowing down and thinking about, man, I also want it to be a goal that I am experiencing my husband and having memorable moments with my husband.
Oh, that's beautiful. So keep in mind, you're no longer two, but you're one. You're one. You got to make those experiences happen. Just give you just the idea. I just thought about another opportunity to make an experience happen with your spouse. Say your spouse comes in and they're tired and they're getting off work and they don't feel like doing things, or have a snack there for them and have some a cool glass of water or whatever their favorite drink waiting on them if you happen to be home before them, and vice versa. You know, let's say if they're upstairs and they're getting undressed and they're taking their shoes off, and you help them with their shoes, and you help them take their shirt off, help them take other things off. It's just
Good job, baby.
But
make it plain.
It's true. Plain. It's about the experience. So you make it. It could have just been just simply just them, getting undressed and winding down, but because you got involved and you participated, you made it into an experience bigger than what it was.
Yeah.
And that's what this is about. Make those experiences, make them grow into something grand.
Mm-hmm.
I like that.
Grow into something. I knew he was about to say he liked that too. Grow into something.
Grow into something. I felt
grand. That pause when you said it.
Because I tell you, those experiences, they regulate so much joy. They regulate so much communication. They break so much silence. They make you as a couple, and the bond is even greater.
Yeah.
I'm gonna steal this from my wife. What was that?
Fairy dust.
Fairy dust. Hey, see there? I do it bad though, y'all. She did it really good. But the fairy dust feeling, and it really does. I give you an experience that happened to me today, and so I laid on my wife's lap. I was a little tired when we got in. I laid on the lap. She lifted my head. She folded the blanket and put it underneath my head, and then she rubbed my head. That was so sweet. Aww. So I'm telling her this now in front of y'all because
That's sweet. Yeah.
I didn't say that to her earlier, but it was so calming. It was an experience that I remember.
Yeah.
Just little things like that, taking the opportunity, because I could have just laid down and just laid in her lap. She could have just sat there, but she got involved. She made it grander.
Look at me doing a good job.
That's my baby. That's my baby. But those are the kind of things that we are talking about. It's about the experience. It's about making it grander, involving yourself in those little things, not just the little things, but the big things. And like what my wife was saying, just don't get so caught up in the busy work that you forget about slowing down and enjoying and experiencing each other. That's important right now. That's important, in a covenant marriage, to slow down and enjoy each other. And you'll thank yourself for doing it. You'll thank your wife. You'll thank your husband. Sometimes you just gotta dial it down a little bit and say I love you, and then show it. Not just say it, but show it. Right?
Yeah.
Right? Good. Yes, indeed.
I have enjoyed this conversation. Mm-hmm. Have you enjoyed it, babe?
I thoroughly enjoyed it.
Yeah, it was good. So, we always end with being able to speak into your lives, into your marriage, and we just believe for grander experiences that you maximize every moment, that once you have that first taste of a small experience that you made grand, you will never want to stop, and your relationship will continue to grow in abundance and love and joy, and that mindless joy. Is that what you called it?
Mindless joy.
And the mindless joy.
Sounds better when she says it.
And just abundance and peace. And especially, we're almost through 2021. Mm-hmm. And so we believe that the second half of 2021 is going to be so amazing. You're going to be intentional about your love for each other, about the space that you take up when each of you are together, and that you're going to be examples to other couples, married couples, unmarried couples, engaged couples who just want to know what is it like to have a real, authentic love that is full of just joy and peace and happiness and all the good feel-good words. So
Mm-hmm. Well said, babe.
Thanks, babe.
Well said. Well said. So as we've said before, hope to you all, blessings to you all, and make your experiences grander.
Oh, speak it, babe. I saw it. I saw it.
Remember, you're no longer two,
But you are.
but you're one. Mm-hmm. Love you, baby.
We did it, tied and all. And that's your cue.
That's it.
All right, guys. We will
See you next time.
see you next time.
Bye-bye.
Bye.